Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here, back with some more of our Victoria 3 new campaign. I've tried to do this before, but Victoria crashed. It's only crashed a couple times on me over the past maybe a month or so that's good. I did notice there is a loading screen, and now I notice it here. I believe, if I am not mistaken, that is a picture of Sir Oliver Hazard Perry. I think. No. That is way too far. Matthew Perry. Wait, was that his son? I always get them very confused. There's two. Yeah, that was like 200 years before. He is the older brother of Matthew C. Perry. I knew it was the same family. So this is a picture, I believe, of the first meeting, and there is actually a loading screen. I'm not sure if we'll get it here. There's a loading screen of Matthew Perry first landing in Japan. And why is that significant? Well, it's because we're going to play as Japan this playthrough. I knew it was one of them. So yeah, we're going to be playing like it was one of these. Obviously, this is Russia, I think, and that one. So we're going to be playing as the Japanese Shogunate. So what is significant about this is, one, we're an unrecognized power, which means we're going to have to fight someone to be recognized. What that ultimately means, I don't know who we're going to fight. I don't. It has to be a recognized power. And I'm unsure if it has to be someone that's a major power, because obviously you can't just fight a recognized power. So it probably has to be a major power. And in that, it will probably be Russia. I think that's officially when Japan kind of stepped on the stage fully, is the naval defeat of Russia. I don't remember what year that is. I'm going to look at it. So that was in 1905 in the Tsushima Strait. Oh, I know where the Tsushima Strait is. So the island of Tsushima is, I believe, this one. I think. No. The smaller island. It is this one. So defeat the Russian Navy here, and that kind of spelled the start really of Japan out on it. So we might recreate something like that where we're going to have to fight Russia straight up. What we're not going to do is game the system. And that means we are going to obviously colonize these two. But we start as a shogunate. There's a couple things we're going to have to do to kind of be a recognized power. So that's one of them. Second, we're a closed off nation. We have to slowly strip the shogunate of its power and actually move over to a kingdom situation. So essentially what historically had happened. And in that, it's going to take a lot of luck. Good thing with that is we have a good population of about 31 million. What that kind of compares, China is working with 365, so it doesn't help things. But Russia is 58 to our 31. To give you an idea, Mexico with all of this land only has 6.98 million. The US only has 29 million, so there's actually more in Japan than there are in the US. The US only has 15.7. Now that gets absolutely blown out of the water because everyone kind of migrates to the US. So looking at someone kind of comparable, 34 million in Austria. So we're about the equivalent of what Austria is and England. So it kind of gives you an idea there. Our GDP is only 14.6, but we're only trading internally, so we're not going to be able to trade outside. So we're going to be doing a lot of internal production to kind of satisfy our own population needs, which is likely going to skyrocket our not our GDP, but our actual living conditions for the people. Our literacy is 21%. I mean, pretty much on par with Russia, China, I mean, Korea. We start moving over. The US is 45. Austria is 34. I think Russia and most of England is around 45 on average. So we have to do a lot of things while England is at 60%. So we got a lot of catching up to do. Standard of living is impoverished, but we aren't the worst because Russia is struggling. Our culture is going to be mainly Japanese. We'll look at our cultures, and mainly we're going to have a state religion that's just pretty much the same. The strength of the ruling Tokugawa shogunate is failing, with famine and unrest spreading all across the country. The Edo period has lasted in Japan for another 200 years. Will last for another 200 more. So we got 105 regiments. We are 5th ranked, but as an unrecognized power, I think the top that we can get is 10. No, it was 12. Maximum score position can be a 12. So it's going to be a bit difficult. See kind of what we're going with. Nothing crazy. I'm not gonna enable Iron Man just because if we have a crash or anything silly happens, so we kind of want to reload and not screw up the entire save. Okay, so let's do this. Here's the Japanese Shogunate. So let's look at our country through and through. So politics, we have the Shogunate here at 52.5%. And the samurai have an 8.78. What that means is we need to weaken the shogunate and probably go samurai monks, maybe? I mean, obviously later we're going to have something, so maybe it goes bourgeoisie, industrious. We'll kind of see how it goes, but at the end of the day, we're gonna have to figure it out without pretty much losing everything. The shogunate here, is that Inari Tokugawa? I don't know how to say his first name. He's arrogant, so we get less legitimacy. Expensive tastes, so his we get more prestige but more tax waste. He does have popularity. We're going to start paying attention to this more as well. He's a diplomat, so we get influence, but influence really doesn't matter to us because we're not really doing anything. Our heir apparent is meticulous. The bureaucracy, institution, change speed. Okay, that's good. He is pious, so that kind of increases the political strength of clergymen. Right now, the happy guys in government are those only in government, which is family ties. So it's kind of the same thing. This is your landowners and samurai. It kind of changes between who you're playing with. I know before it was just landowners in our Prussia playthrough, and the military was just I think it was just military. They didn't call it the Wehrmacht. I think the Wehrmacht as an organization is way later, but Wehrmacht is army in German. Someone could probably tell me exactly the history, and I frankly don't know the history of everything with that. So I don't know how to pronounce that. Takachika? That's why I probably butchered that. Mori. So he's a jingoist. Okay, he's neutral. He's ambitious, so he's gonna get interest. He's gonna have more political strength. It helps him not so much as a commander. Meticulous does, but also gives the interest group political strength and pop attraction towards the shogunate, which is not good for us and our long-term goals. And I will show you why. A samurai. Arrogance. Okay. As a leader. He does have popularity, but not many like him. We'll go through the leaders and the traits. So characteristic. Okay. Firebrand. I think a lot of people are going to flock to the monks. That might be a disguise. Like a disguise good thing. Takayoshi Togo is a bandit. It's not good. Does get some hedonist, so he does give some appeal, but that does lessen that of the peasants. Intelligentsia as Koen Ogata. He's a political operator, so they get extra strength. And meticulous again. Okay. He is moderate, so that kind of helps us. Okay, woodland expert and imperious. Everyone loves. Wow. Oh, because he's a. Wait, what? Oh, he's a part of the family of us, so of course he's the petite bourgeoisie. Of course, makes sense. So, Ganoi Toga, political operator, malicious. He is a pacifist, so we're not gonna get any war rules out of him. And then Mino Yamamoto here, he's a bandit and hedonist. Okay. I don't think we have anyone that is anything but traditionalist, moderate, or anything like that. I think we're pretty much fine. We have some jingoists, but that's about it. Okay. Each organization also has traits. So let's look at this. So paternalistic shogunate is not gonna like us. Well, the police force would actually increase their power. He's neutral to wealth voting. You would endorse a monarch. We are in a monarchy. Okay. Jingoist. We're gonna have to look at this in the basis of loss. Okay, so we're gonna keep freedom of conscience. Or conscious. I used to call it as a kid conscience, which was hilarious. I think we need to go to professional army, which will increase the political strength of the samurai, and the samurai might actually want to go with us. What I could do though, oh, we 100% have to do this because the peasant levies give the shogunate more political strength that they need. That's what we're going to start with, probably. Home Affairs National Guard would help a little bit, but probably not much in the short term. We need to go to dedicated police force. That one's going to be a bit more difficult. Colonial Affairs. The peasants will absolutely be angry about this. Can we bring someone else into government? You know, we can do this and not lose anything. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Oh, we gotta invent colonialization first. Duh. Okay, that's 7%. What was the other one? The peasant levies. It was. So we're gonna go professional army. Trade unions still radicalized, but we're not really worried about them, and we'll slowly get them up. So we'll go professional army. We need to strip the shogunate of as much power as possible, and I will show you why as we get there. Our institutions, we do not want to increase their power. Our taxation, we'll keep it normal right now. We are gonna have to look at economy, but for right now, I will pump this up to the iron frame buildings. We'll keep everything half, and we'll kind of see what we get with. Just remember, we can't really pull anything off tariffs, so everything has to be off minting, off consumption, taxes, and getting things like that. And well, when we're in this situation, we are actually taking a massive tax hit of capacity, which is impossible to fix. So you will actually spend more money trying to fix this than you will actually fixing the problem and getting in those taxes, which is like, how much money is that? Which is 61,000. So we'd actually lose more taxes doing that. So we're going to slowly work our way out of that. We'll go through the economy last, but here's our states. Pretty much there is a couple of states which have some extra things to them. Here's one with the Seto Inland Sea. So shipyard throughput, port, max level, and naval base. We have discoverable resources, so we'll have to see what that is. Probably oil, if I would have to guess, maybe. If I had to guess, this would probably be gold up in them hills. I don't know. There's more here, but this is a decentralized nation, and there's more up there, which Russia has claims on, and we might end up eventually going to war with them. So nothing crazy there. And then down here we got the Ryukyu Islands, which is literally Okinawa and the like. So remember, at this time, it isn't until the 1900s, I believe it is, until Japan actually has Taiwan. And considered Taiwan, it's called Formosa. So until they have the state of Formosa, and before they actually have the Korean Peninsula. So there's that. We'll go through the market when we go through the buildings. Military, nothing crazy to look at. We got 105 and on 132 conscripts. Diplomacy, well, I mean, We're going to declare on Oceania, which it doesn't matter unless we have colonization. So there's that. Not much to go with military. Now diplomacy, not much to kind of write home here either. So yeah, we'll pick our technology here as we go through. Cultures. Here's our culture. We are widely Japanese by 99.9%. That's 30 million in our country. We have some Han Chinese, some Anu, which is up here in the upper peninsula, and then Micronesian down in, I think, some of the islands out here. I think we still technically own. I think Kyushu. It's whatever this island is. I think that's actually considered Kyushu. We have some of Micronesia right here. That's kind of when it goes down here. And what that is, we have no obsessions. There's no taboos or anything like that. So we're good there. Globally, we haven't really went forward. With our peasants, a lot of our peasants will be subsistence farming, and most of our country is going to be peasants at this point. And so they'll be looking at grain, furniture, wood, some basic items. And so we're going to have to get these as cheap as possible so we get their cheap to buy as possible, as opposed to like getting them just under this, but don't completely bankrupt them to where they struggle. That's kind of the gist of that. Here's the same heritage of the stuff that we have, but not really doing much. And here's the homelands of each, which obviously we own all the homelands. Our cultural traits are Yamato and East Asian heritage. So those are our cultural traits. Anything that kind of connects to that, I think. Well, we do have East Asian heritage is the fact that they are the Sinosphere and Han Chinese, so that's why they're not accepted. Makes sense. Because we're at national supremacy. Our population, what the makeup is, obviously it's 31 million with only 7 million or 7.7 million really politically involved and 23 million not. Our impoverished level is 10. Most are struggling if you aren't the middle strata or above, which does make sense. We need to get the peasants able to get better jobs. 84% of the nation is peasants, and you have some laborers at 6 and clergymen at 2. Cool thing is you have this full breakdown. This wasn't in the original release, but now you can actually have this tab. You can look at everything. You can kind of see how this progresses. Most are aristocrats, clergymen, or peasants. Makes sense. Our population breakdown, I mean, that's pretty simple there. And the political strength is pretty simple. We actually will be looking for a Shinto enlightening, pretty much. I almost said a lightning, which is enlightening. That'll be the whole idea here. And then do we have anyone else? No, we don't. Okay, the journal. A couple of these will pop up and we'll kind of roll with it and see how it goes. So this is what we're going with. First, adopt state Shinto. So you can't do this until you have the restoration of the imperial household to political power. So ultimately, that comes with a second decision, which is the honorable restoration. So this will become available once the shogunate is not a part of the government, and we can kind of work towards that. So yeah, pretty simple and easy there. The outliner, obviously, I'm going to have my commanders. I'm going to have my interest groups. Let's not have the commanders, actually. any of the commanders. Let's just go interest groups. Because I don't really look at my commanders all that much, to be honest. Okay. So that's what it looks like in the market. We are obviously by ourselves. We're the only member. There's no trade routes because we are not allowed to trade anyone because we are an isolationist. Isolationalism. So no one's really going to ever really accept this for a very long time to break out of it. Let's pick our technology. We're looking at it. Pretty much we start even without the cotton gin at this point. So military is not a priority. Some society is priority. So that's one thing to remember. Some society is. But as of right now, I think we need to go towards agriculture just because I think that would be the smartest plan. So let's do that. It's going to take us 4 years to research that. As opposed to maybe we do colonization and we pull out of that. Take 23 months. Yeah, let's actually do that. We'll do colonization with the idea we colonize here and then revoke the law. Because they're going to get very angry when we actually do that. So the market, how it looks. Let's look at our buildings first. So we have some textile mills, some furniture, glassworks, paper mills, shipyards, urban center, and government administration. There's no real reason to do shipyards. But I think we're obviously going to keep them. That's what we have here. Whirl, we have some wheat farms, rice farms, livestock ranches. We have dyes naturally, which is nice. Anti-plantations. Some tobacco plantations, silk naturally, which is good. Logging camps, fishing wharves, whaling stations, and then subsistence farms. So we have that. One thing to remember is we don't have any iron. No iron mines up, so we'll have to look at the price of that. No coal mines. I didn't see any cotton, but we have some cotton coming in from other sources. We have no sulfur mines and no lead mines. So that is one thing we'll have to kind of suss out from there. Looking at the market, we have no opioids. That's the biggest price hit. Otherwise, balance-wise, not a lot. So we have the basic stuff, and that's what we're going to really look at is basic stuff. So clothing will be the first thing that we really look at. More than likely. Let's look at our buildings. So that's all grain. Let's get fruit and sugar. Maybe first like that. I'm not gonna push my tools to a position where that's just not possible. Okay, we have one hardwood and everything else is normal. We're gonna go fishing trawlers eventually, but we will need flippers. Now this is one thing. Anchorages don't really give you, well, they don't give you any infrastructure. So we might hold off on changing that. Might have to add to that. So I don't see any tools. I don't see any food. Arms, I don't see any arms, and I don't obviously see any steel. So we're gonna have to look at this from a pragmatic way here, which means we're gonna have to actually make our stuff. So, and we can't overdo it. We can't really go crazy because we only have about 14 construction. That means what I'm going to do first is get myself one construction in Kanto, which will be our future capital at some point. So let's get some stuff like in the active journal and everything, so we can kind of go. There we go. Now we could do whaling, but I mean, we don't really need much there. We'll just increase relations with a couple of places just because we can. It's not like it's gonna matter at the end of the day. Let's go speed 4. Okay, so there's the first building done. Let's get one more. And then we're gonna look at a couple of things. Okay, Russia is playing an aggressive game over there. Okay, 16. Okay, with that, technically we can build in 2 things. So let's see what we're getting with. I would like probably to fix we're not having a tool issue, but I would probably like to pull in the fabric cost. Okay, so this is actually our capital. Okay. Let's do it by 1. The next thing I am going to build is tools. What is our most industrialized area right now? Probably our capital, I would say. Yeah, so let's get a tooling workshop here. A tooling workshop will need there's no consumption with it, obviously. We'll hold that with that. We're having a shortage of iron and tools. In the first hit, we get professional army. Okay. What luck. So this is an input issue for the construction. So it does need some iron for the construction at this level. The tools will need that as well, so we will get that up. Where is the most of our mines? Can be lead there. This will have lead and iron. Lead and iron. Sulfur. Sulfur, iron, lead. This is actually a pretty good one down here. Sulfur, iron, and lead. Oh, this is lead, sulfur, and coal. This doesn't have iron. It does have lead. This is probably is there anywhere else that has sulfur? Coal, lead, iron. Okay, this is where we're doing it right here. Not a lot there, not a lot there. Okay. This is where we're doing it. This is gonna be our mining area up here. There's just not a lot of peasants, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get a decree up here for a greener. Oh, I cannot do that because I don't have the wow. Okay. I was not expecting that. Okay. Those are Buddhist monks. Okay, so he's a pacifist. Arrogant, traditional. Okay. I could bolster the samurai. He is a traditionalist. But he is not liked. Let's let them fight though. Of course. One of the peasants. We got Shinkaku Sakura. Okay. He is moderate. He's gonna pull some popularity probably from the Shogunate, which is good. Let's look at laws. That's gonna be very hard to pass that. Same with this. Okay, so we're going to be dealing with this issue for a long, long time, more than likely. We are in a great balance, but we have to make sure we're not going to deficit spending. That's one rule I'm going to make to myself, is we're only allowed to go into deficit spending when you're fighting a war. That's it. So that's going to be my rule to kind of hold myself back, which means it's going to be slower gameplay more than likely. So we need to look at it as a way to control prices rather than actually do what we did with the Prussia playthrough, because we could actually push out situations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to, we're going to pull this anyway. So I'm going to pull over to intensive agriculture. Let's see if we can pull that. Thinking our agriculture up is probably best. Okay, let's see what we have ultimately. It's not too bad actually. Look at this by a balanced standpoint. Maybe furniture. We wouldn't have enough qualifications for it. It's just going to take a while to ladder some of these guys up, is what it comes down to. So to get this decree out, greener grasses. We have nothing under construction. What am I looking at in Kansai? Luxury and regular. Yep. 6 mana by 1. Here's the die. Let's get the trade groups up. They want landed voting. Now there's no radicals here. Is that going to take away from their power? No. Let's do the first thing to do is probably colonial fairs. We're gonna radicalize a couple things, but the key to this is to do it as fast as possible. So I'm gonna take this. We're gonna do this colonization. Damn you, England. Okay, so we're gonna fight England. That's what we're gonna be doing. I want to take this though. Hint, hint, it's got gold on it. I would imagine. I think I'm remembering it right. That kind of sucks. Okay, new supporters. Not everything uses tools. That's the biggest thing. Chibu. Hardwood. What's our wood looking like? Let's switch this. No. Let's switch that. See if that fixes it. If that balances it, then we'll be fine. We do need one more, I would say. So let's get one more. In Chingu. Okay, great success. Okay, let's get these things colonized as fast as possible. I mean, we're going to be going after... Okay, there's some authority. We're going to be getting a lot of radicals more than anything. I think we have a actual advantage against UK here. Against England. At least that's my thought process. Okay, so we're gonna build a couple more construction centers. Because when we build, we want to actually break off that. Not enough stuff uses tools. Okay, I think we can go to tools here. And we'll get clippers up as well. You know what? Damn, England. That must be patched. The only thing we're not going to do is Oceania. I don't want to deal with that war, but that kind of tells us who we're going to be fighting. Okay, we have well, kids in the mines, and there's that. Get the peasants back up. They're unhappy right now, but once we finish this, we'll be fine, I think. And a lot of these are one state colonizations. They're one and done, so it makes it much easier. We don't have to go overboard with clippers. Okay, we still have a hardwood issue. So what's buying this right now? Is it just, it's furniture right now? Okay. So we actually do need more wood. So I'm not gonna build it Hokkaido. I'm gonna build it in Shobu. Just because it's there. Let's get 2 of them. What are we missing here? Tools. If that's the case, is that because it's not all the way up? No, we're not cranking enough out. Let's get 2 more. How much are we down in tools? Yeah. So that'll actually help it. That's fertilizer. I think from here, I'm going to go over to society and grab... I'm going to grab academia so we can get our first universities up and start cranking up this literacy. Okay, is that a completion of this? Okay, so that is good. Each one of these is going to need a port. Okay, tools, we're doing that. Market access is to support a railway up here. We don't have railways. We can do ports. Okay, I need somewhere that has... Okay, with those, this should be going a little faster. And once we are officially done with those, then we'll have it. Okay, one thing I'm also going to do is I'm going to set a... I don't think I'm going to be able to take this, so I'm going to have to take it probably by force. If I were to take it. Wait. We are doing that, okay. Okay, part of the trade unions. It's not really gonna help. Everyone wants serfdom abolished. We can't do that because the shogunate would absolutely ruin us if we did that. I would like to pull the National Guard, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it. Let's see. Might not be a smart thing to do, to attempt. I don't need to jack up my colonization. It kind of makes life easier for us, though. Hold on. Are we establishing a colony there? Yeah, there it is. Let's go almost faster now. Okay. Take the enactment time. Okay, there's that. I'm going to go Romanticism, which will allow us to do Greener Grastures campaign. What ultimately is what I want to do up here. What that also does is allow us to construct our first university. Well, that's important because that is going to increase our literacy. The entire purpose of that. It wants a building greater than 2. That's fine. Okay, Micronesia is done. Iron is still too much. Let's get that one iron mine Kanto. So I'm not killing my bit. This is actually a good event to pull people away from the shogunate. So they're at 50%. Okay, so this is all we're gonna make, and we're gonna start saving up again for gold reserves. No deficit spending, I said, and I just noticed that we're kind of under 1.37 million, so we can't go that far under. But we are healthy. Honestly, I'd rather have tech spread. be honest. Okay. So what that helps us with is glassworks. Do not have any lead. Is there any real reason to go straight for that? Market squares. Quite honestly, I'm actually for that. Don't want to go glass, or don't want to go coal. No, the coal mines will be down here because we want to pull out of these sulfur mines, which there's not much when it comes to sulfur. There's also lead. The only thing down here is not is well, the issue is we're going to use that more as an agriculture. It's so much better. I mean, all we're not getting is silk from that, right? And we do have silk here. The decrees or what? Logging, fishing, whaling, mines. I recall. Okay. I'm not really going to use this. So we'll just have to have a throughput of silk naturally, which is fine. We'll have to throughput silk through here. To be honest. Or is there somewhere else we can throughput silk? Here. Tohoku. Tohoku can be a lot of our silk. Okay. Makes sense. Okay, so down here we'll go... Give me one coal mine. And with that, what I'll do is I will... Not this. Give me... gas street lights. If it's 160, how much coal is that going to give me? I probably need to be honest. Okay. Am I still colonizing right now? And I can't colonize this. I don't have the tech, and I'm not going to for a long time. So let's pull out of colonization. Actually, it would be harder to do that. Ooh. I never thought about that. pay for this. Let's get some construction taxes and let's get it on. Right now, grain. Services. Close. We can always revoke it if we need to. And go furniture. And then we'll pull it off the instant we get this up. Our interest is killing us right now, so let's relax in the building. Okay, from here we're gonna have to do the banking so we can start minting and we can start fixing this. What I would also like is per capita taxation. But there's no way that we would be able to do that. Okay, so I'm going to come over to, what's this, society over here? The banking? Yeah. Okay, banking. Okay, we're having shores of coal right now. Let's get one more coal mine. Most of it's construction sector. We don't have that many, so let's just let them be angry. Let's get some government admin. That should be all we need. Okay. Mexico is now a protectorate of... Wait, what? Okay. I would never have thought that. Okay, so we're gonna sit back and we're gonna have to do this slowly. And it's just enough bureaucracy, I think. Okay, let's start hitting that. Go with glass. Actually, let's go with canneries. Okay, let's do this slowly. Okay, one at a time, I think. And let's slowly get through this. We're not having buy orders for that. Wait, am I not using... Oh, I'm using crew tools. Let's go pig iron tools. I thought I was using iron. What am I doing? Of course they're not actually doing anything. Okay. The party is reactionary. Okay. What does that ultimately mean here? 9? All right, let's try it. Maybe we can get lucky. I already know I'm gonna need railway here. I don't think we're gonna have enough. Okay, fruit and meat. Yeah, it gives us fertilizer. And then that's gonna have me need more tools. Which we're having issues with the iron. Okay. Well, that's a failure, boys. That's a failure. Damn. So wheat is going to be here. Let's actually get a different... tools. We're struggling with tools right now. Where is the wheat? Wheat farms are in the north, that's it. Okay. Okay. We're having a tools issue. We can't do this anymore. We're gonna have to sit back and wait. We need to go for railways. I can already tell we're gonna have some issues. Come on. Can we pull this out? There's a push for it. Maybe we can get it. Damn it. We took a hit there. I gotta remember, everyone is buying within our market, so there's no trading out. So everything that's expensive is killing our economy. The monks, we'll just force them to step down. I mean, he isn't much better, really. We take a bureaucracy hit. Damn, even with that, we just... Okay, I need to do sulfur now. I'll take the hit with the intelligentsia. Should get grain under control. Okay, we need to get lead too. Damn. We'll get the lead up. Okay. Bad luck. All right, I'm gonna end the episode there. I just want to see if we had the luck to get it done, and we don't. So another fail. Maybe we'll get something again if this keeps going, but we'll see. So thank y'all for joining me. Go leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.